moving on, this week we continue our series profiling the finalists for the 2018 Louisiana Farm Bureau Young Farmers and Ranchers Achievement Award. The winner will be announced during the 96th Annual Convention of the Louisiana Farm Bureau in New Orleans.
Jacob Ezell farms corn, soybeans, and cattle in Madison Parish. Ezell says that farming is more than his job. Farming is his calling.
With corn to irrigate, beans to check, and cattle to feed, Jacob Ezell has his hands full this summer. However, as Jacob tells it, he's never known anything different.
I grew up around it all my life. I ain't never played sports, never did that. I farmed and worked all of my life. Had cows and started driving tractor when I was 8.
Jacob's father, Danny, says that there was never really anything else on Jacob's mind growing up.
I hope he does well. That's what he's wanted to do since he was big enough to walk.
As Jacob walks through this cornfield, he does it with his father. They still work closely with each other, even while running their own separate farms. Jacob says that while farming is in his family's blood, it's more than a way of life for him.
You know, we've always heard that farming is a way of life. It ain't really a job. I think it's more to it than that. It's a calling, I believe. It's in your heart. It ain't, I don't know what it is about it. Just seeing what you plant grow into something and knowing that you're actually helping society. You're feeding it, fueling it, clothing it. It's just something about it. I love it.
That love, calling, and the pride that comes from these rows drives Jacob to overcome the hard times that are inevitable in this industry. Hard times that his father and grandfather have both endured as well.
Usually things start happening about the middle of the day. You may have something bad happen and may want to throw your hands up and quit, but toward the end of the day you realize you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and it's all worthwhile.
It's easy to quit. It's easy to tuck tail and run. I wanted to do it 1,000 times, but he's never changed his course. And like I said, those are times that he knows that he has to learn. What that does is make you endure to the end. And I see that in him.
The technology in the seeds he plants or the chemicals he sprays is a big part of how Jacob plans to grow his farm into the future.
Genetics plays a major part in agriculture now. It don't matter whether you're in cattle or hay or grain production or cotton.
Knowing that technology that's built into the genetics and the seed stuff's a lot of it.
Combining that with the new technology he can drive through these fields is making Jacob much more efficient on his farm. With that efficiency paired with life lessons learned from his father, Jacob is optimistic about the future on his farm.
If I can follow in his footsteps and use what he has taught me financially and by his work ethic, because he has worked hard all of his life, and if I can just follow that and use that as an example, I think we can make it.
The winner of the 2018 Louisiana Farm Bureau Young Farmers and Ranchers Achievement Award will receive a $35,000 credit for the purchase of a new vehicle of their choice.
And next week we will travel to Dixie, Louisiana to round out this series with finalists Carrie and Jacob Rumbaugh.